Welcome to the Spaceman and Cowboy podcast. My name is Omar.
And I'm Eric.
And today we're having a live action movie face-off. Jungle Cruise versus Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Which movie should we start off with, Eric?
I said we start off. I was going to say the best, but I have no idea what you think of Jungle Cruise. So let's start with Shang-Chi.
Okay, let's start with Shang-Chi. So this movie, I've been really, I didn't really have much of a desire to watch this movie when it first was announced and it came out in theaters. Yeah, I'll watch it eventually. That's how I felt about it.
Yeah, that's how I felt too. It's going to come on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. And then I started hearing so many good things about the movie. I was like, I think I let it fly under my radar.
No, I did too.
Yeah.
I did too. I know I did want to see it. I was going to see it.
Yeah.
There's not really a Marvel movie I'm just gonna miss.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right. It flew under my radar too.
Yeah, it completely flew under my radar. I had no idea what to expect. I had no idea what the movie was about. I didn't even watch the trailers at all. And I know I don't really watch trailers anymore. We've touched on the subject, but I had no idea. But then I started hearing a lot of really good things about the movie, and it kind of piqued my interest. And I was like, "Oh man, did I miss out?" And I know, I found out, Shang-Chi is being exclusively released in movie theaters, but I didn't know if that meant you're only gonna be able to watch it in movies until it's released on Blu-ray, 4K, whatever. I wasn't sure if it was eventually gonna get released on Disney Plus until they announced it's coming to Disney Plus.
I always thought they were they're not gonna.
I mean, I figured, I was like, it would be weird if they didn't, but they did. They did say it's an exclusive release for theaters. I was like, I guess they.
So
they
let me ask you. Let me ask you. Do you regret not seeing it in theaters?
I mean, I'm a big time theater goer. Yeah, I'm big on that theater experience. I would have preferred to watch this movie in theaters, of course.
Yeah, me too.
Do I regret it? No, I don't regret it.
Nah, everyone watches movies at home now.
Exactly, yeah. And I would, like I said, I would have loved to watch this movie in the theaters because I did have to watch it in pieces because I have a 1-year-old at home. So.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Let's call her Bluey. I've established I've finally given her an identity. Let's call her Bluey.
Bluey.
Yeah.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah. I was like, how did it take me so long to come up with that? But either way, so yeah, Bluey kind of now
blows
I have
everything.
to watch, I have to watch movies completely different now. I have to change that. But yeah, I saw this movie and I was just immediately hooked.
The bus scene. I've never seen and it was all there was this one giant cut of it, and I was like, that just blew me. It blew me.
It blew all of us. No, but really, that bus scene, I was just like, whoa, that was freaking cool. I don't know why I was geeking out over that bus scene. I was just like, yo, I was just so hyped for the movie.
You know what? I like that bus scene so much. I feel like was that Matt Damon movie, the one with the spies, the Born Identity? Born Identity. Mm-hmm. That movie ruined fight scenes for every single movie.
God, really, it did.
Shaky cam.
It adds to the chaos.
It has to, yeah, but you want to see the action because you're not fighting.
Yeah, that's true.
You will be like the guy on the bus, hey, I'm seeing this very well.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be shaking with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I appreciate choreography like that because it takes time for them to do all that,
mm-hmm.
and it was completely worth it. It was so good.
Yeah, and one of my favorite parts about this movie was the story, Shang-Chi's story.
Yeah.
I loved his story and how they told it.
Just give you bits and pieces. Oh, I love that. Very Godfather-esque, right? You're getting a little bit of oh, here's this piece, then here's this piece, then you get the whole piece, and maybe he wasn't so bad after all.
Yeah, I mean, come on. we both obviously we both really love our families and our wives, and I mean, you would definitely do that for your wife,
Yeah, like
right?
if I start hearing voices, hey, I'm over here.
And you start seeing your wife with your kid, it's like, yeah, we'll be together soon. Like, yeah, of course. Hell yeah, I'll
It's
be there.
gonna be some guys. Bye.
I'm good. I
I'm
moved
good. Death
on.
do us part. That's it. That's a contract.
Oh man, no, no, no. But yeah, yeah, you're right. Like,
Yeah, like I love how Marvel does villains now. It's just not this evil villain guy, twirling his mustache anymore.
yeah,
No, there's depth to these villains.
yeah.
Thanos was right.
I've been touching. That's been a very big conversation with me this week. I've been touching on that whole Thanos specifically villain this week in multiple conversations, and I'm just like, the more I have the conversation, the more I'm like, you know what? Yeah, yeah, Thanos was right.
Thanos, like I know it sounds messed up, but if you watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, yeah, he did
Yeah,
ended racism.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, like the villains arcs are incredible now. Like
Yeah.
and this movie's no different. The villain, like I was kind of rooting for him.
I didn't find
No,
myself
I wasn't
rooting.
I wasn't
him.
rooting for him. I was more I feel bad for him.
Oh, okay, yeah. I did
I
relate to him, and like, not that I've gone through the same experience. I was just like, like, yeah, bro, I
because
feel you. I would do that too.
you think that he'll be a monster, but that whole scene when they're eating dinner
Yeah.
with what's Aquafina's character's name? Katie.
Yeah.
That like he's not the monster that he making him seem to be.
Yeah.
Like the whole progress of his training, like you thought that his dad was being rough. No, his dad wasn't being rough, and it was him, the Shang-Chi that was pushing himself.
Yeah. He
Like,
wanted to
he
impress
wa-
his father.
He wanted to. He wanted the vengeance too.
Yeah.
He wanted
Yeah.
like no like the whole scene when he grabs him and hey, that's enough and starts healing him. Like he's not an awful person.
Yeah. It's just the way that it was painted in the beginning
Yeah.
to make you hate him.
Well, he was an awful person before he met before
he
he met his wife.
definitely
Yeah.
was. Yeah, he definitely was. But yeah, I really love the character development in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the exception of Katie. Katie, I found it so weird. It's like just super randomly this old lady sees something in Katie and is just like, yeah, you're gonna shoot some arrows, and then all of a sudden she gets her own outfit and she's hitting the target dead on, and like she's all of a sudden amazing at like shooting arrows. Like
I would normally agree with you. It sounds ridiculous, but no. The reason I was rooting for Katie because the advice that the old lady told her: when you aim at nothing, you hit nothing.
You hit nothing.
You hit nothing. She kind of completed her arc there. She didn't want to do nothing, and now she did something. Hey, and she wasn't so bad.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. I got that. But that part, it was just like, I felt like it just happened so fast. Like it was just a whole bunch of like
trained by a village of magic people, Omar.
I get it. I get it. I was just saying like
she's gonna team up with Hawkeye.
Why? Katie was just like nothing, just Sean's friend. And then all of a sudden,
she's a transporter.
And all of a sudden, she's like, I'm really good at shooting arrows. That's cool. And then she saves the day. It's just like, that whoa, it worked out.
The transporter.
Yeah. Okay.
They needed her driving skills.
I know. But come on. It's not a coincidence that Aquafina came face to face with Sisu in this movie.
I'm trying to remember that part. Like, when was that? When?
So you remember they're in the car, and it's like right after they've gone through that whole jungle scene, and Ben Kingsley's character Trevor is saying like, "Oh, we gotta stay in the pocket. What do you think I'm doing?" And right after they go through and they land in the puddle, and then they start seeing like this mythical creature. It looks like a horse with a horn, but it's like that same color that like Sisu was. It's like very similar, and it even like it kind of looked like a water dragon, but it was like kind of like a horse type creature. And it was just like, nah, bro, that's straight up like in that scene, Aquafina. It was showing you Aquafina, and then it showed you that character, that creature. And it's like, oh no, that's an Easter egg to Sisu right there. I know
say it's debatable.
I feel it. No, I feel it in my bones. That was Sisu. And then Not only that, then you get this huge water dragon at the end. Sisu. Sisu's helping them. I don't know, man. That shit was cool. That's all I could think of. I'm like, oh, when did Sisu get here? Disney and Marvel have collided. I'm sorry, man. That's just what I was thinking. That's just what I was thinking when I was watching the movie. And I was like, oh, it can't be coincidence that it's Aquafina and a water dragon. No, they could have chosen any other kind of dragon, but they specifically chose a water dragon.
You're right. Have a point there.
I don't know, man. Just saying. I loved it. I loved it.
I absolutely love this movie.
And I love
this movie.
I know you were telling me that one of the biggest complaints was the CGI at the end of that big.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's the biggest complaint, that there was too much CGI. The CGI didn't look that great. I don't
really have anything to complain about. Like, I feel like the people that nitpick at CGI are the people that are just like never satisfied with anything.
Probably, but I think people that complain about it are probably people that saw it in theaters.
Oh, you think so?
Maybe. We see it in a very crappy 720p.
I don't have 720p. 1080p. I haven't upgraded to 4K yet, but 1080p.
But I think, people just nitpick anything.
Yeah, I feel like people were looking for a reason to hate on this.
But it's not that many. This critics and audiences love it.
I found one of the coolest things that I geeked out. I geeked out when I saw Ben Kingsley. When I saw Ben Kingsley, I was like, oh, what the hell? Ben Kingsley's in this movie. But then he said his name was Trevor whatever. And I was like, oh my God, he's playing the same character from Iron Man.
Iron Man 3.
Yeah, and he played it exactly the same. It was just like, it's almost like none of this time has passed. You felt like his story just continued right then and there.
If you keep up with Marvel, like you will be rewarded with your knowledge.
Yeah, that was rewarding.
I geeked out too. Like, hey, he's playing the fake Mandarin.
Yeah,
and like I had to watch Iron Man 3 again to explain to my wife, like, this is his character, and said, oh yeah, she like remembered, but she saw Iron Man 3 a long time ago.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of people haven't rewatched Iron Man 3 in a while. Most people, but you know, when Shang-Chi's father, when they were all having dinner for the first time again, and he was talking about like, oh yeah, he came up with the name of the Mandarin, and all that kind of stuff. The thought did come to mind, but I was like, I mean, no, I don't think so. Maybe.
No, we'll see. I did think about it. Like, oh, he's talking about Iron Man 3, how they took the 10 rings and they just made it, they just used it as a what do you call it? As a patsy to blame, right? That was the whole story in Iron Man 3. The Iron Man 3 was not that great.
Yeah.
But just with this little like detail, it made Iron Man 3
so much better.
It made it better. Like, yeah, because it's not being dismissed anymore.
Yeah. No, I thought it was. I just thought that was really cool, and then to see the end credits.
Also, another Easter egg in the fighting scene. In the fighting cages and stuff like that. One of the fire guys that Iron Man fought in Iron Man 3 was fighting in one of those cages.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
No.
Oh, that was cool. That's cool. That's cool. I didn't catch that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna rewatch it again.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I had to watch it in bits and pieces. So I didn't get like that full experience of just watching it straight through. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna rewatch this movie a couple times. So I enjoyed it that much.
So Shang-Chi gets the Spaceman and Cowboy approval.
Yes, 100%.
100%.
Yes, great character arcs, great character development. It's such a great movie. That it's action packed. It's a lot of fun. The whole that chemistry between Awkwafina and his name is Simu Liu, Shang-Chi and Katie. Yeah, is awesome. I love their characters together. How they're great friends.
Why isn't there was no love interest though? Like it was just a friendship.
I love it when they keep it love interest free. And at first, I thought they were a couple.
Yeah,
I thought they were a couple. I was like, oh yeah, they're on a double date. And I did think like, this seems like a very odd chemistry like between a love interest couple. I was like, but then
no, they're just friends.
They're just friends, and I was just like, okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
you're right. I really enjoyed that. Like, don't it just wastes time.
It
It
does.
wastes time. Like have people that have those relationships established already.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I really enjoyed that, and
I
I
believe
think that's
a friendship more than a love interest.
a love interest.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good transitioning point for Jungle Cruise. What did you think of that
Jungle
arc?
Cruise.
that whole Lily Houghton, Emily Blunt, Dwayne Johnson love thing.
Was there a love thing?
Yeah. What did you just miss that whole bro? Yeah.
It was very vague. Like, yeah, they kissed. Like they were.
Bro, she got the pedal. She got the pedal at the end, and she brought
I get
Dwayne
that.
Johnson
I get
back,
that.
like,
Yeah,
and then they end up together. Like,
yeah, but like I mean, at the end they were just driving a car, but they never like hold hands or make out.
they definitely do, bro.
At the very end, no, they don't.
At the very end, no. I mean, like when she brings him back to life, and the whole like, oh yeah, you're a person enough for my world. Like, I mean, it's pretty heavily like, it's pretty heavy on it.
I thought it was pretty light on it.
No,
and honestly, I couldn't care less.
Wow. Okay.
I did not like this movie.
Okay.
I felt like if Pirates of the Caribbean threw up on the Mummy. That's how I felt.
Interesting.
It doesn't feel that way. Over the top, like stuff that is not believable that's happening all the time.
It
like
definitely felt a little Pirates of the Caribbean, like, but Pirates 3.
Yeah,
like Pirates 3.
and 3 and up.
Like, it felt a little
2
weird.
and up also. Like it's just like this whole unbelievable, like her getting like, oh, she's stealing the thing. She's on that, the ladder. All this stuff. That stuff is not interesting. It's like it's not. I find it very unappealing.
But you find the fact that she's this adventurer unappealing, or you
her
find
character is also, I don't know, I just can't find her like.
Oh, you didn't like her character?
I did not like her character.
What about her didn't you like?
It just seems kind of forced. Like, why is she this very macho person, like with no background? Why she's this way?
I didn't feel like a need that I didn't feel like I needed a background on why she is that way.
Because everyone gives her crap for wearing pants. Well, what's the story behind that?
I don't think women in those times wore pants.
Yeah, but so what gave her the courage to wear pants?
I mean, it's pretty clear that she's different.
It's
very clear that it's very clear that she's
she is. But why is she different?
She's more different.
There's
than
a better
like
story
normal...
arc for their brother.
There's
a better explaining why he is the way he is, but they never explain why she is the way she is.
Interesting.
And I just found her annoying that her like I'm this tough girl, whatever, like, or this. There's no like backstory to make me like her. This is just like forced on you. Yeah, the most relatable character, I think it's her brother. Like he has the most like interesting like backstory.
Yeah.
And that's it, really. I could care less about everyone else.
Interesting. So you didn't like Dwayne as a skipper?
No. I love The Rock, but I don't know. This movie didn't do it for him. I couldn't. How is this person living in those times being that big?
He stands out like a sore thumb.
And remember, he's 400 years old, so he must have stand out even more back then.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And he was supposed to be a Spaniard too, right?
Yes, he was a conquistador.
His Spanish was terrible.
Yeah, right. The Rock, he's not fluent in Spanish.
Let me give you an example of someone who doesn't speak Spanish but does a great Spanish accent. Jack Black in Nacho Libre does an amazing.
Oh yeah, he does
an amazing Spanish accent, and it does it very respectfully and very well.
You believe it.
You believe it. You believe it. The way he and I speak Spanish, so the way he looks, he actually he really prepared for that role. And I know The Rock doesn't. He's not a. Why is he speaking English? He's in Brazil. He should be speaking Portuguese or Spanish. Why is there English?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And you know it. That's one of the parts. That's one of the things I really liked about Shang-Chi as well, is that they put subtitles in English for you, and they actually made it more realistic. Like, oh no, they're speaking Chinese.
Yeah.
So that was actually really cool because I felt like it would have been so weird for everyone to be speaking English.
And the way they brought it up too, that that's is like, have you been practicing your English? It's always best to strengthen your mind. So that's why they speak English,
Mm-hmm.
because they're just practicing their English. So there's a
Yeah.
reason they're speaking English. Why is it that The Rock speaks English in a country that speaks Portuguese,
Yeah.
and he's supposed to be a Spaniard that can't pronounce Proxima?
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. Okay.
Like, I just can't. This movie, man, it didn't make sense. There's a
Mhm.
submarine in the.
Yeah. Dude, when I saw Jesse Plemons in this movie, I got really happy. I got genuinely happy. I know him from the series Friday Night Lights, and I thought he was great.
Wait, who does Jesse Plemons play?
Jesse Plemons plays the Prince Joaquin. He does he kind of steals the show a little bit.
He steals the show though. Yeah, you're right. He steals the show, but for all the wrong reasons for me. He was awful.
Oh,
Like, you couldn't
man.
believe this guy. Like, really? Okay, no, you know what? You know my take on it. I thought
Yeah.
The Jungle Cruise was awful. What do you think of The Jungle Cruise?
Okay. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat that I went in with the lowest of lowest
So did
expectations.
So did I.
And I was like ready to not like this movie, and I ended up liking the movie. It was fun. I'm not saying I love the movie. I thought it was a fun adventure. I think it was cool. It didn't need to make sense.
I know it didn't need to make sense.
I thought it was so cool that they added so many Easter eggs from the ride.
Okay.
I love that they added the puns, the dad jokes in the beginning, and I love that they included the tribes and Trader Sam and all that fun stuff from the ride. I love how they incorporated it. It was weird. It took such a weird turn, but at the same time, like, I didn't hate it. Like, you see these like conquistadors, and you're just like, you get what you deserve. They're in this movie. They're still trying. Like, those people, they help them, and they still try to kill them and still take over. And like, I think they did that really well. And
this movie makes no damn sense. It just does not make. Look, man.
I was able to follow the story though, and I thought it made sense.
It's all over the place. So there's this German royalty that's trying to seek this thing for what? And she's seeking to leave for medicine. Like, but what's her gain? Like, she gonna make money off of it?
No, she's in it for science because she loves science. That was her whole like character arc.
It's pretty weak arc. You have to admit, it's a very weak arc. Like, I mean, I have no interest in what she's there for, and it's just, I find her annoying.
I loved her. I'm a fan of Emily Blunt.
I like Emily Blunt too, but like, I felt this movie was like the whole scene with the waterfall. Like, oh, they're gonna fall in. Like, I don't know. It's just too over the top and unbelievable. And I know this story. I know it's supposed to be very make believe, like, how come I believe Shang-Chi?
Because it's Marvel. They've already gone so crazy. You know what I think your problem is?
What's my problem?
Jungle Cruise? I think, because you tend to lean this way a lot, is that the movie was taking itself too seriously. They tried so hard.
But The Rock was doing a good job with this with the dad jokes.
Yeah, he did fantastic. That's why I asked you specifically how you felt about him as a skipper, and I think he played that really well.
I just find it hard to believe that.
I got that vibe.
Okay. The dad jokes were good.
Yeah,
but that's it. Only because I'm a dad, I appreciate those.
Yeah,
but like, I can't. I just find it so hard to believe. I felt like the chemistry between them wasn't that great.
Mm-hmm. You felt the chemistry wasn't that great?
I no. You know what ruined it for me? Because like, if you see interviews with Emily Blunt and Dwayne and The Rock, they're such good pals.
Yeah, they really are.
Like I don't know. I think that built it up for me to see like real chemistry. I felt like there was no chemistry.
Wow, you are in the minority. You're in the minority because they did so. Emily Blunt didn't want anything to do with this project. She didn't do anything. She even ghosted The Rock. She ghosted The Rock because The Rock wanted her on this project, and he sent her a very personalized video during the pandemic, and he was just like, hey, like he sent her a very sweet video and everything, and Emily Blunt didn't respond to it. She had just finished filming The Return of Mary Poppins and A Quiet Place 2 back to back. So she was looking to take a break, and she was just not interested at all. And like, since she didn't answer The Rock went to go see her, and he talked her into it. So like, she didn't want to do it. He talked her into it, and they became really good friends. And like, they put so much work and passion into this, like, because they became really good friends. They put so much passion into it. They did multiple test screenings, and they did a lot of test screenings, and all the test screenings came back. The results were like, yeah, I don't care about the story. Give me more of them, because we love that. And you know what? That made the movie so fun for me. Was their bickering, their bantering, that chemistry that they had on the screen. I love that. That's what I was like really watching for. The brother's character story, his arc that came in a little bit later, I thought that was really great. And then later, reading about the Jungle Cruise, I found out that the producers and them that wrote his story, they were like, we're really hopeful that we get to do a sequel, because we want to actually we want to show a love interest for the brother. And I was just like, yeah, that would be really cool. You know what? Yeah, give me a sequel. I'm down 100%.
Okay, I know I'm in the minority.
Yeah.
Have
you seen Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 62.
Yeah, and the audience score
gave it a 92.
92, Eric. You are definitely in the minority. It's a lot of fun.
I don't.
That's what I'm saying. I felt like you were too overly critical on this movie. I know. I totally feel what you're saying, because I also got the same vibes.
I'm so overcritically. How come
you said
how come the Pirates of the Caribbean didn't work?
I was about to say, when you said that it felt like the Pirates of the Caribbean threw up all over the Mummy, I was like, yes, yep, you're 100% right, but it worked. I thought that the conquistadors, how they had like the main guy had snakes in his torso, the other guy had bees, and the other guy was made out of wood and stuff. Like, I thought that was actually kind of cool.
I think honestly, you don't even need the conquistadors for this movie.
You don't need the conquistadors for this movie.
I don't even know why they were at it.
They needed a villain. They needed something that was gonna like.
The villain was already the German guy.
Yeah, but it was like he was there for like some comedic relief. I feel. I honestly, I liked Jesse Plemons' character. I liked Prince Joaquin. I thought he played it so well, and it was so funny. I love how he was like so serious, and he was trying to be such an evil villain that like when stuff happened, it was like it felt like he got lucky in that little like this happened to add to his evilness on accident. I don't know, like the whole thing worked for me. I actually found myself enjoying it. I thought it was fun. And that's exactly what I think. I'm not saying, oh yeah, this movie's amazing. It's so great. Everyone needs to watch it. Yeah, you know what?
You know what, Omar?
Watch it for fun.
Next time go into a movie with high expectations.
It was a fun adventure. That's what I got from it. And you know what? Like, I was like, they made her feel like Indiana Jones. That's the kind of vibe that I got from her character. And then when I started reading about it, this was heavily influenced by Raiders. Because Emily Blunt said, how come the men always get to be adventurers? What about the ladies? And they were like, you know what? Yeah, let's try it. And it worked. I loved her character. I thought she was so great. She was so fun. And she played it really well.
What's Emily Blunt?
I know it's Emily Blunt. Everything she does is just perfect. I love her.
But I just needed. I don't know. I didn't believe it.
I loved it. Like the whole, and I loved even more that like the tribe, like because when I saw that they actually brought the tribe
The
in the
tribe
movie, I
with
was
the
like,
top hat too.
yeah, I was just like, oof, I wonder how this is gonna go. I wonder like what people are gonna say about it. But then when they made it like, oh, they're in on like helping Frank, the Rock's character, I was like, oh, that's great.
What brings a good question though, like you know how they were he was giving the tour
Mm-hmm.
like if it was actual Jungle Cruise the ride, right?
Yeah,
Like, they're throwing that Easter egg on there, right? And he makes the hippos come out,
yeah.
and like hippos are not in the Amazon.
No, they're not.
So in the actual Jungle Cruise ride at Disneyland, where are they?
The hippos?
Yeah.
Where
No,
are the hippos?
no, no.
Or where are they in the
Jungle Cruise
in the ride?
in the ride? What part of the world is it?
That's a good question. Isn't it the Amazon?
No, because there's lions and zebras and hippos.
Oh yeah,
they're in Africa.
huh? Yeah.
Why did they
Oh
change?
yeah, because it's based off the, I think it's called like the African Queen, that story.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's based on. But that's a good point.
Why did they switch it from the Africa to the?
I was reading about it, and a lot. So it's been brought up multiple times to make changes to the Jungle Cruise. They want to revamp it. They want to, they want to make it more modern. They want to change the story up a little bit. But for a long time, because it's one of the original attractions, it was always like, no, no one's gonna make any changes. It's too nostalgic. People love it. Just leave it alone. Then they made this movie, and they were like, you know what? We're glad we did this because now it's gonna give us the opportunity to make those changes that we want to make.
Oh.
So, and they said, you know what? We just wanted to make a fun adventure, like just for imagination. That's what they were saying. That's I read this really great article on the Hollywood Reporter, in the Hollywood Reporter about Jungle Cruise, and it broke down so many things. And yeah, they were saying like they just wanted to make a fun adventure story that is like, yes, it's based on the attraction, but it's just some fun imaginative story. They're not trying to take it too seriously. They're just trying to have fun with it, and that's what they wanted. They wanted with this movie. They wanted a fun family adventure. And yeah, I would say that they nailed it.
You know what? I think what it needed to me, it was more comedic chops. Like I know there was this the banter between Emily and The Rock, right?
Yeah.
But I felt like there was like I don't know. Like I know everyone else was trying to be funny. The German guy was trying to be funny. The brother was trying to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
But the only one that I found funny was The Rock.
Oh, that's funny because I didn't find him funny.
You didn't like the dad jokes?
I mean, yeah, I like the dad jokes. I thought the puns were great. I was expecting it though, and I really did like. I said I liked Jesse Plemons' character, and I liked the way that he played him. I thought he was funny. I thought
oh man, I didn't.
Yeah, I thought he was funny. But again, like when I saw Jesse Plemons, I was
why
like,
am I alone here?
Great. I was
you
like,
know what?
That's cool to see Jesse Plemons. That's cool. I hadn't seen him in many things. I'm sure he's done other things, but
my wife didn't like it. The same reason. The same reason that she felt like it feels like they're just copying what the Mummy did.
Okay.
And the Mummy's near and dear to her heart.
Yeah,
and like
mine too.
And it was like, but how come it worked for you? Like it makes sense because like if they're being like the Mummy, you would like it. But my wife, it rubbed her the wrong way. She's like, nah, this movie didn't work for her.
Interesting. My wife had no interest in watching this movie whatsoever.
Oh, I want to hear this. What she say?
Jen did not watch this. She immediately knew. She knows already how she feels about media, just based off what she's seen. She watches trailers. She already knew like I have no interest in watching this. I know I'm not gonna like it. Not even gonna bother. So she's really good at that. And she's like, no, I don't really care. She's not a big fan of the Jungle Cruise to begin with.
Oh,
yeah. She hates the line. She gets claustrophobic.
On the line?
Yeah, on the line. Like
There's
when it's
more
long.
Claustrophobic.
When it's long. When it's long and you have to go upstairs, it's like filled with people. There's like
that's true. It is filled with people.
Yeah, so that's how she starts feeling. So that's why she avoids it. If it's a short line, she'll be like, okay, yeah, that's cool. But yeah, like that's just like that's the
So
thing she has with the Jungle Cruise. So she was just like,
nope,
not
nope.
really
And
interested.
so
She didn't watch it.
She didn't watch
She
it.
didn't watch it
She
at
didn't
all.
watch it with you.
No, she didn't watch it with me at all. I watched this one on my own.
Oh,
And
pobrecito, poor little guy.
No, that's cool. You know, I know
popcorn by himself.
she's not big on movies to begin with, so I wasn't surprised really. I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. I'll watch it. But yeah, dude, I had a fun time with this one, and
all right, but we're doing a face off. The reason why we're facing these off because they did premiered.
They both had theatrical releases and they came out on Disney Plus at the same time.
So, which one's the better movie?
You know, that's really tough because
it's not.
Hang on. It's an easy win for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. But it's tough to classify them together because of, you know, you have a Marvel production and you just have like a...
Marvel doesn't always produce gold.
No, they don't always produce gold. They don't. But
the only difference between a Marvel movie and anything else is that there's what do you call it? A continued storyline that's all connected. And that's honestly, that's the only real difference.
Yes, and aren't there Shang-Chi comics? Like, aren't there comics that this was able to follow?
Yeah, but most superhero movies are not strictly followed on comics.
No, I know.
They're loosely based.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, they actually had material to like fall back to, just like Jungle Cruise. You know, they have the ride. Yeah. So
same thing.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. Same thing. Shang-Chi is better for sure. I like that one way more than Jungle Cruise. But I gotta say, Jungle Cruise is not a bad movie. It's actually good. I liked it. It was fun. I wanted to not like it. I wanted to not like it. I was just like, what the... As soon as the Conquistadors came out, I was like, what the hell is happening? I was like, honestly, this is Pirates of the Caribbean all over again.
It's like, it would have worked with every movie. We're just going to toss it in there.
I don't know. It was how, like, literally, I was just like, what the hell? But as I kept watching it, I just was just like, oh, okay. All right. The story of how he's like trying to find the pedal for his daughter. He promised that he would, you know, save her and all that.
Wait, hold on. I just got a great idea. Oh no, it's not going to work. Never mind. I was going to say, what time era is this for Jungle Cruise? Is it the teens?
Yeah. I don't know, to be honest with you. I have no idea.
I think they should do like a crossover.
With?
I was thinking The Mummy because it's almost around the same time.
Uh-huh.
But they can't. This is a Universal production.
Yeah.
But they can do Indiana Jones.
They could do Indiana Jones. And it is really... Oh, jeez. Yeah, I mean, it's influenced by Indiana Jones. That was a huge influence for them.
So you get... What's the name of Brendan Fraser's character in The Mummy?
Rick? Yeah.
Imagine you get The Rock, Emily... Indiana, Rick,
Brendan Fraser, Harrison
have their own Infinity War.
You know, I'd be okay with that. See, but The Mummy is Universal. We probably wouldn't see that, but you know, but it would be in Universal's best interest. Like, let's hook up with Disney.
Well, technically, Universal owns the Hulk.
Oh,
yeah. So like, I don't know how they're doing that.
They must be doing better than Sony is with Disney.
The thing is that's why we don't have a Hulk movie.
Yeah.
Because like some agreement they have that only the Hulk can appear in different movies, but he can't have his own movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of people were upset that the Hulk didn't get World War Hulk. It's a big comic book about the Hulk that it was kind of in Thor Ragnarok, where he's the gladiator.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an amazing story of the Hulk, but like that's as close as their Hulk fans are gonna get.
Oh, okay.
But like, yeah, they're not gonna get a Hulk movie.
Yeah.
Because of Universal.
Sons of bitches. Yeah, you know, Sony. I know it's been difficult. Like they haven't really Sony has always been difficult with Spider-Man, and rightfully so because Spider-Man is a huge franchise.
It's their moneymaker.
It's their moneymaker. Yeah, exactly. Sony doesn't really have a lot going on, like movie wise. So it's like, yeah, of course hey, no, we want the payday too. you know. So like they're careful with Spider-Man, but like, come on,
all I want,
Sony, like
man.
just
I just gotta say this. Everyone's going crazy over the Spider-Man trailers.
I haven't watched it.
I saw it, and already there's so many theories. Like, people, please don't say theories. Every time, like, I feel every time there's a theory out there, the director or producers always say, "Oh, they caught on to us. Take it out."
Take it out.
Like, please, you guys ruined Game of Thrones.
I feel like everyone should just take the Star Wars approach. Star Wars is so good at hiding like big secrets. Like they write alternate scripts and they put like alternate characters in there. Like let's take Mandalorian season 2 for example. Luke Skywalker coming out was even before the show even like was before even season 1 aired. Like they already knew Luke was going to come out. But they put another Jedi called Plo Koon and they put him in the script that Plo Koon came and like they kept everyone in the secret.
But people are just like they'll dig it. They'll dig.
Oh, yeah,
remember how
dig,
they were digging, like they had to film multiple endings for Game of Thrones because people were, drone flying to see what they were doing and stuff like that. I don't know, that's probably one of the things that ruined it.
Probably, yeah. I think the fandom did ruin it.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, you know what? Let's just be patient, guys. It's coming. It's coming. Let's just wait for it and let's see it. That again, another reason not to watch trailers.
Yeah.
Just go in with no expectations, not knowing anything. Obviously, like you can't escape spoilers on social media anymore.
And the thing is, like Tom
Holland.
Tom Holland's the worst, man. Yeah. He's the worst. Like just reveal secrets. They were watching the trailer. Yeah. Did you see that? And then Tom Holland, hey, where's the? And then Zendaya's just like,
that was funny.
Oh my god.
My wife, like, she wanted to talk to me about it so bad, and I was like, "Oh no, I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna watch it." And she's like, "Sometimes I hate you."
So you haven't not seen the Spider-Man trailer?
I haven't seen the Spider-Man trailer, and I'm not gonna watch it.
There's oh my god, there's something on there that, like, okay, people, I get it. Let's just pretend we didn't see it. People are zooming in, like they're like, I mean, they seem right, but
I mean, the thing is, I've already heard about all the villains coming. Everyone's like,
you heard about how they cropped out one of the Spider-Mans, right?
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
And then one of the villains just gets punched out from, like, John Cena, like nothing hits it, right? Yeah. So, like, shut up, people! You guys are gonna ruin a good thing.
Yeah, everyone is so hyped for this, and I feel like it's only gonna cause so much disappointment because people, like, this is such a huge. Everyone is talking about this. Everyone's talking about the Spider-Man No Way Home. Everyone's been talking about this for weeks. They're dissecting every little thing, and to the point where it's just like there's so much hype built around it that
I wonder if they're gonna dissect everything about Jungle Cruise too.
I'm just saying they're dissecting every little thing that when the movie comes out they're gonna call it trash. They're not gonna be happy with it. They're not gonna be happy with it, and it's like, you guys should just leave it alone.
Okay, so I am in the minority.
You're in the minority.
I know Jungle Cruise did well for some reason. I just remember this. Eric said this. Jungle Cruise is gonna turn into the new Pirates of the Caribbean. There's gonna be like 5 Jungle Cruise movies. They're just getting worse and worse and worse.
I can see that. If they do a sequel and end it on the sequel, good for you, Disney. But if they really like get that greediness that Disney is onto right now, yeah, I can see that. I can
already see the sequel. Now they're gonna go to the jungles of Africa, which was the ride.
Yeah.
Like I can see that.
Yeah,
they're gonna just do straight up do over the top stuff, and
it should be interesting though because now The Rock's not 400 years old.
How come he didn't die like Mother Gothel?
Good point. It was the pedal. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like I said, I'm not saying this movie is absolutely incredible. Like, yeah, everyone needs to see this. I mean, yeah, sure, I'll recommend it. Like, yeah, if you haven't seen Jungle Cruise, it was actually pretty good. It was fun. That's what I'll say about it.
All right.
I'm not saying that this is the best movie out there. It's super amazing. No, I truly believe it's a fun movie.
I wish they would release the numbers of like Netflix does to see how much streaming they got, because like they were released at the same time. So what were people watching?
Oh man. Well, the thing is, they both came out together on November 12th. It's only been a week. It's only been 7 days since then. So I think they only have the global box office numbers. I don't think they have like all the streaming data yet. I think they want to give it more time, no?
No, but like I mean, you would think they would at least have like on opening day of this,
opening
yeah,
day,
like how many
yeah.
people streamed Shang-Chi versus Jungle Cruise.
Yeah. Huh. I would love to know. I would love to hear how many people. I think that would be. I would love to hear the stat for sure. But yeah, I mean, Jungle Cruise was great. I'm glad I didn't pay $30 for it. I will say that the Premier Access, because it came out with Premier Access.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have to pay the $30 in order to watch it. So there you go. That should tell you how I feel. I'm glad I didn't pay the $30 to watch it. I'm glad I waited. You know. Let
me ask you this: would you have liked seeing it in the theaters?
Yeah, yeah, I would have loved to see it in the theaters.
It does seem like an over the top theater movie kind of thing, huh?
Yeah. Again, I'm huge on the theater experience. So like, yeah, any movie I can watch in the theater, I would love to go watch it in the theater. I haven't been to the theater since before the pandemic. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that's been lately, but yeah. So overall, Shang-Chi definitely wins. Shang-Chi is the better movie.
Yeah.
Like you said, we wanted to compare it because it came out.
I mean, it's a fair comparison because it's a brand new franchise for Shang-Chi. Yeah. Yes, it's a Marvel movie. Yes, they have their formula of how to do stuff. Yeah. But I don't really see a difference between, other than that Marvel. I mean, the Shang-Chi is part of what do you call it? When continuous storyline, right?
Yeah.
I think that's really the only difference. And but then again, Jungle Cruise had bigger names.
Jungle Cruise had very big names.
Yeah,
they had very big stars on here. Oh man, I forgot to mention, when I saw Paul Giamatti, I was like, how come no one said anything? I had no idea Paul Giamatti was in the movie. When I saw him, I was like, what?
Paul Giamatti, he was what the guy that took his engine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but I know Paul Giamatti. Like, who cares about Paul Giamatti?
I love him as an actor. I know he's not an A-lister anymore. Like, I know he's come down from that, but I love him. I love his acting. I love everything he's been in. And I was just like, what? Paul Giamatti's in this? How come no one said anything? How come I didn't know this? I don't know. Like I said, I really like the cast for Jungle Cruise. I was so excited when I saw Jesse Plemons, and even more excited when I saw Paul Giamatti. I love Emily Blunt. I love DJ. I was just here for it, man. I was just here for a good time. And I went in with the lowest expectations.
I went in with low expectations too, and like,
I was just like, it's a movie with The Rock. I already know it's gonna be so ridiculous.
He's not gonna win any Oscars.
Yeah, I know it's not gonna be up for any kind of like nominations or anything. Maybe it'll be up for like costumes or something. Definitely won't win in like the CGI stuff or like that technical stuff. Like, no. Maybe the costumes.
You thought the costumes were better than Shang-Chi?
No, Shang-Chi definitely wins there.
Even in the costumes?
Yeah. I think Shang-Chi wins in the costumes.
Actually, that's a good comparison because like the costumes are given more thought in Jungle Cruise because it's a timepiece.
Yeah, it's a timepiece, yeah.
And then Shang-Chi, he was like, he had his like, his thing, but he was fighting with sneakers.
Good point. Good point.
I mean, like the like the dad was like just wearing the dress shirt the whole movie.
You know what? Good point. No, I take it back. I take that back. Thank you. Yeah, Jungle Cruise had better costumes. You're right.
I mean, the village people had their own like stuff, but it was. If you noticed, it was just one color. Everyone was
it was
red.
Just one color. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was to help Shang-Chi stand out more. Yellow is a contrasting color to red, so yeah.
Who had the better soundtrack?
Ooh, Shang-Chi.
Just because they had Hotel California. That's the only thing I can remember.
That part was so funny, man. I love that whole like how they weren't taking themselves too seriously. They're just having fun, and then when they they did karaoke in the beginning,
See,
and then they ended doing karaoke with Wong. It's like
see, but you know how you said like you complain about me about like you're taking this too seriously. Jungle Cruise is not taking this too seriously, but neither is Shang-Chi.
Aren't they?
They were seeking Hotel California to get out of problems.
But that's a Marvel move. That's how they insert their comedy.
Yeah, but like
hang on. What did you think of that whole CGI fight?
Which one, Shang-Chi?
And Shang-Chi.
I liked it.
You liked it.
I liked it.
That wasn't over the top. It's absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's over the top, unbelievable.
But you liked it.
But I liked it.
How come you didn't take that one too seriously? How come you weren't so overly critical about that?
I don't know.
See, you're just picky. You're just picky.
Okay.
Because you liked the movie, you were like, oh, I can forgive that.
You know what it is? To me, it felt very original. And when it came to Jungle Cruise, I think that they were just throwing all ideas at the...
Did it? Because I was laughing. I was like, it's Sisu. Sisu's fighting this Marvel villain. That's how I felt about it. I mean, I'm not saying that I hated it. I wasn't complaining about the CGI. People were giving the CGI of Jungle Cruise so much shit. They were specifically criticizing the Jaguar Proxima, and it was just Proxima. Like really. You're not gonna question the bees. You're not gonna question anything. You're gonna stick to the Jaguar. But I think either way, that's what I'm saying. Like, how can you take that too serious? It's because you like the movie. You like the story. You forgive it. You're like, nah, I can forgive that. I can overlook it.
Yeah, I can overlook some stuff when everything else is done very well. I think maybe it's the story, because even
that's what I'm saying.
Both of them have the over the top action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, unbelievable stuff that you can't believe it. Yeah, how does Sisu learn how to shoot an arrow so quickly? Yes.
Yes, okay. Which is funny because Sisu gets shot by an arrow in the movie.
Oh my god!
I'm telling you, man. They straight up were like, "Hey, who was a character that we really liked? We can influence this character." It was Sisu, man. I'm telling you, they literally were like, "Hey, let's take that dragon from Raya. Let's put her in this. Let's put her in Marvel." I'm telling you, man, it was Sisu all the way, and it's not a coincidence that it was played by Awkwafina. I'm telling you, man. I'm just gonna stick to it in my brain. This is canon.
You know what? This is canon. They were like, that movie did so terrible. We gotta help out Awkwafina.
Shut up, dude. How freaking stoked do you think Awkwafina is? Like, she's been, her career has been taking off.
Yeah.
And now she's gonna it's pretty heavily insinuated that she's gonna be a future Avenger, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, how stoked do you think she is?
The way she was in the movie kind of feels the way Michael Peña's character was in Ant-Man, right?
Yeah.
But I like, he's nowhere to be seen in any other thing other than in Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that sucks.
Does it though? Does it? Because Awkwafina is she's such a side character in Shang-Chi. Like, even when she learns her skill.
Yeah, but I mean, what's the difference between Awkwafina and Michael Peña's character? They both provided help, they were the comedic relief. Yeah,
true. But I felt like Awkwafina's character, Katie, I felt like she did more than Michael Peña's character. Like, she actually shot that arrow through that.
You remember Ant-Man 1? Like, how it was his Ant-Man 2. It was their team that was helping Ant-Man to get into the facility.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, that's a really good comparison.
Yeah,
that's a really good comparison.
I just like
it's been a minute since I've seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, so yeah, I'm having my memory's not really fresh, but yeah, you're right actually.
And everybody's been dying to see Michael Peña's character come back in Ant-Man, so he can do what do you call it? A telling of his story of anything.
You know that trend on TikTok, like, oh, tell me which two videos give off the same vibe. I feel like Michael Peña telling Avengers stories meets Olaf retelling Disney stories. Tell me I'm wrong.
You ain't wrong.
Yeah, dude. I would love to see Michael Peña return in something else. I would love to see him like Ben Kingsley. He
Yeah,
came out in this. I
yeah.
would love to see Michael Pena just show up somewhere.
Uh, I swear, if you watch the Marvel What If,
Mhm.
one of my Ant-Man's friends comes out there as like an important character.
Yeah.
Not Michael Pena, another one. It was remember it was three guys. It was Ti, Michael Pena, and the other guy. I can't remember the actor's name. Remember there was three guys,
Yeah,
right?
I remember this.
He plays an important part in the What If. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
And I think the What If is sort of canon. Like, it's sort of part of the actual MCU.
I think they already since they announced season 2 in Disney Plus Day, and I think I heard something about it being canon.
Yes, it makes sense. I would tell you why. Like, remember I told you like, oh, it's okay because they're doing different stories. No, it all connected in a way, and it towards the end it became very good. But I digress. We're talking about. So at the end,
it's hard not to talk about all the different stories that connect to Shang-Chi. Everything that because both of these movies have some sort of background connection. They were both based on specific stories. Jungle Cruise to the ride, and Shang-Chi to the Avengers whole timeline story and all that, and the comics. So it's like, these movies are very comparable.
They should do a cinematic universe with all the rights.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Jack Black comes back. I mean, Jack Black. Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow.
That's like a ghost pirate. Hey, I never died.
Yeah, I'd be down with that. Let's go.
And then you see Eddie Murphy in the Haunted Mansion.
Oh yeah. I rewatched that movie during Halloween time. I liked it before. I liked it when it first came out, even though it had so much hate. I still like it. I watched it and I was like, yeah, I get it. I get why people don't like it. I still enjoyed it.
You just like everything, man. Is
No,
there something? Is there something? No. You
no.
seem to like everything.
You know what?
You know what? I don't even believe you as a critic.
I'm not a critical person. I'm not a critical person.
And I'm the overcritical person.
You're overly critical.
We make a great team.
We do make a great team because look, you're able to break down very specific reasons and plot holes and all that kind of stuff. And I'm able to tell you why it was enjoyable, why it worked. That chemistry that you didn't see with Emily Blunt and DJ, like that made the movie is so enjoyable. That bickering and bantering and that whole like I saw the love story coming a mile away.
Okay, the bantering was fine.
Yeah.
The love story I couldn't believe.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't believe. I was like, I just can't. I know The Rock is married and he has a family and all that, but like when you see it on the screen, you're just like, man, this feels wrong. It's so weird.
I don't know. Something about The Rock doesn't seem like the romantic
type.
Like,
yeah.
Like he doesn't. I don't know.
It doesn't work. I feel the same way. Like I saw the love thing coming a mile away, but when it actually happened on screen, I was like, this is a little weird.
For a while, I thought maybe The Rock was gay.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Just think about it.
He just keeps his family life private.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't?
No.
I don't follow him on social media.
I do. This man's fantastic family guy. But the way he just like, you don't see him like over like, I don't know. You know what? Nah, I can't say anything.
I don't see, like, I just don't see him as like, I just can't see him in a romantic setting. Like he's not a romantic guy. I'm not saying he's not. I don't know. But I'd like
it probably
for whatever reason.
It probably comes because of his wrestling time.
Yeah,
because probably. Like he never had a romantic interest in the.
No, he was such a macho, like for the people man. It's just like I don't know. It's just really tough. And then he's so muscly. I don't know.
Look at you with your googly eyes.
I love him. I love DJ, but I don't know. I just it was weird for me. That part was definitely like. I saw it coming a mile away. It happened. I knew it was gonna happen. I'm like, whatever. Let's move on.
All right. So yeah. So, in our face-off,
Shang-Chi wins.
Shang-Chi wins.
Shang-Chi wins. But why did that feel like Mortal Kombat? Shang-Chi wins. But
perfection.
Jungle Cruise is fun. It's enjoyable. I would recommend it. 10 out of 10.
If you like Pirates of the Caribbean for what it is, all of them, I think you will like Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're one of those people that Pirates of the Caribbean is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life, you're probably
not gonna like this. Yeah, definitely. You're right. I didn't like Pirates 3. I tolerated 2. I loved 1, but I think everyone loved the 1.
Everyone loved 1.
Everyone loved the original one. But 2, like, I know a lot of people didn't like it. I was like, it was okay. I still enjoyed it. 3
someone convinced me.
Like,
yeah. What are we watching?
What's happening? Yeah.
The whole thing where Wilt Turner was like, "Oh no, I'll help you do this." Then Jack, "No, I'll help you to do that." Like, who's on whose side? You have to watch it like
confusing.
It was so confusing. And then someone broke it down and explaining like, Jack's story was actually cut because it was explaining that he used to sell people, and he wanted out of that life. He used to work with the main bad guy, the Englishman, right?
Yeah.
Like, and like, wow, they really cut off something interesting.
Yeah. Disney tends to do that.
Yeah. That would have made the movie a bit better, but no.
I think, honestly, when you think about it, this live action Jungle Cruise was very Disney. This is Disney's wheelhouse, and I feel like they did it good. I feel they did a great job with it.
You don't think it was too Michael Bay-ish?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I liked it. And with that, let us know what you guys think. Did you enjoy Jungle Cruise? Do you think Shang-Chi is worth the hype? Let us know on social media or on Instagram, YouTube if you want to watch us on video, and TikTok.
Yeah, you're getting TikToks.
Yeah. And with that, we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.